Hey guys, welcome to more Touhoumon Purple. This is episode. Wait a minute. I thought this wasn't the LP over. Didn't it end? Then why am I here? Where even am I right now? What is going on here?
Yarg.
What the hell was that? I have no idea what's happening, but I guess I'll just go down and see what's going on here. Where even is this place? Seems kind of familiar, but what the
Hold it
coyote?
right there, Yarg. Fu-fu-fu. So was you after
What?
all, Yarg.
Archie? I thought I've seen the last of you. I thought this LP was over. What is happening right now?
Not quite, Yarg. There's something I gotta say to you, Yarg.
What? Why? What's going on here? Nothing you're saying is even matching the text bubble. What is happening?
Listen to me, Yarg. There's a certain reason why I brought you here, Yarg.
Yeah, and what would that be?
Tell me the truth, Yarg. You don't want things to end this way, do you, Yarg?
What are you talking about?
Sigh, Yarg. You know very well what I'm talking about, Yarg. You can't possibly end things without having your true final battle, can you, Yarg?
What? Final battle? What are you talking about? You mean with you? I thought I already had my final battle with you already.
Don't be stupid. I'm not talking about me, Yarg. There are others that want to have a final battle with you. You know, your friends, Yarg. Your old pals that you've made friends with along the way, Yarg. They want to have a fight with you one last time, Yarg.
Wait a second. Are you talking about? Uh, are you seriously asking me to end this LP the same way I ended Rando Emerald?
Well, yeah, basically. Yarg.
Well, I mean that's not very original.
Well, whatever, Yarg. Do you want to do this or what, Yarg? Do you seriously just want to end this any normal way, Yarg?
Well, I mean you've already brought me here, and you've probably gone through a lot of trouble to arrange my final battle for me. So.
Well, it was technically you who did all this work, Yarg, and did the editing and
Wait,
stuff.
Archie. Shh. You're not supposed to say that, even though it should be pretty obvious.
Well, anyways, I'll transport you to you-know-who now, Yarg.
Yeah, figures it'd be with him.
Enjoy your final battle, Yarg.
Yeah. Thanks, Archie. Yep, I'm here, as expected. Time to fight you-know-who. Time to have a final battle with my friends, my old pals, one last time. Let's do this, other me. Your old pals would like to battle. Kawakuma. She was my first temporary party member. While she wasn't originally planned for my team, she was very helpful at the beginning. Eventually was technically replaced by Mailing. Lily Black. My first member of my team that was originally planned to be my final team that was swapped out for Yumeko. Once I realized the original team I wanted wouldn't be good enough for Purple. Mailing was meant to be my final fighter, but obviously that didn't ending up becoming the case. Nazrin, one of my first party members. Was meant to cover my earth and nature weaknesses until I realized I needed one with stab and with stronger special attack, like Minariko. It was a very Sun and swap, though. And I was also really sad to have to swap out Nazrin, although she ended up still being helpful for a thief at times. Mystia was also one of my first party members, just like Nazrin and Kasume. She would have been my flyer if I didn't swap her out. T-Reason, my starter. She eventually got replaced by her quote-unquote daughter, Advent Reason, because they wanted to use Advent Reason in an LP. She's almost like I want to be able to beat you. Really freaking strong, T-Reason. Atate. She was the flyer that replaced Mystia, but eventually she herself got replaced by Nue. Because I didn't need two Reason types, with Advent Reason joining my team. Her and T-Reason were the last members to be swapped out of my team. And that's it. Thanks for that battle, old friends. Now, I think it's about time I say goodbye to this LP for good. Let's go somewhere else one last time to a certain spot. Oh, are you expecting the beach at Dewford? Nope. I decided to pick here because this is the point where I think it changed from being a reflection of my casual playthrough and an LP when I swapped Lee Black out for Yumeko. It was one of the first sad moments of this LP. That didn't seem like it was that long ago, and now I'm saying goodbye to the LP itself. Bye to Nue. Bye to Minariko. Bye to Yumeko. Bye to Mailing. Bye to Kasume. And bye to Reason. And all the friends I made along the way in Purple. But this doesn't have to be goodbye for good. Because this wasn't just a playthrough of Purple after all, it was an LP, so whenever I want I can look back and see you guys again whenever I want to. I know it's really a similar ending to Rando Emerald, but it's still just as sad for me. Unlike Rando Emerald, though, this might not even be the last time I play this, though. So I might see you guys again someday. I might even record more bonus stuff or whatever. But as far as the LP is concerned, this is the end. After all, I can't keep playing this forever. After I want to move on to do other stuff. So I have to say goodbye at some point. So goodbye, guys. It's been fun. Before I say goodbye for good, I guess I can show off all the stuff and Touhoumon I've collected. I'm not gonna do it the same way I did in Rando Emerald, but I can at least show off this stuff in case anyone wants me to. Well, this is actually the file I made before I did the Steven and the ticket stuff, so not everyone is here, but yeah. Now it's really goodbye. I figured I should at least do this properly and load up my last actual save from episode 70. Show us off the proper way and show off everyone. Sorry, that was an oversight on my part. There-o. Now, as you might have noticed, there's still quite a bit of the video left over, and that might seem weird to you, considering what I've gone through so far. At least I'm assuming there's more of the video left. I obviously can't predict the future and know for sure. But there is a certain reason for that, and let me show you why, dogs. So, it seems as if I've been recording for about 15-ish minutes, probably not even, which is good because I want to spend the rest of the time talking about a lot of stuff. One of the reasons why I wanted this ending to be by itself in its own video, unlike Rando Emerald. So, first of all, I wanted to, have, what be shown on the screen while I'm talking to be something that would show off all my Touhoumon. There really isn't a way I could think of doing it in the game itself, so I just made a picture myself with all my Touhoumon on it in MS Paint, and I put it, over the emulator to record properly. I hope it looks okay enough. It was kind of a pain to set up, actually. Like the picture, I took like the opening picture without anything on it, and I made it try to make it more purpley. I think I did a good enough job, and I was barely able to fit all my pals on the screen. Even Unknown is there. He like barely managed to fit in there. So yeah, I have a bunch of stuff I want to talk about. I hope I remember to talk about everything I want to say. So first of all, I have to say thanks to Purple's creator for making this game and for giving me some advice in the comments of my videos at times when I was LPing. So thanks to Agatzia slash Millimarto. I don't believe I've ever said your name at any point for some reason, or I'm really bad at saying people's names. And I probably didn't even pronounce your name right, and I'm sorry about that if I didn't. But yeah, also I'm sorry the ending of this was so damn weird. It was actually debating on whether I wanted to make this like just a regular ending, like just have 70 be the ending. Like I didn't like know for sure if 70 would be the episode of me going to the bonus stuff would be episode 70 per particular, but yeah, or if I wanted to make an ending like Rando Emerald, because I was keep saying like I wanted this to be like more kind of like professional or whatever. Like I made like a whole thing before like I changed a move name because I didn't like. I think I changed like covet to wanting and stuff, and I changed the something else I don't remember. And I changed it back because I'm like I want to play like purple how it should be, and I made a big deal about that. And then I go and do something like this. I edited that final battle. It's really obviously edited though, so. And also, I made it like a complete different file because I might go back and play this again at some point. So I like copied my purple file, made another one, and then edited that one. So the one I've been LPing this whole time is not edited. I made another one to edit that one just in case I didn't want to like mess or anything up or whatever. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna go and randomly fight Wally at any point, but still. Also, you might have noticed I used my file before Steven because I thought having my team at level 100 would be kind of awkward for that fight. So I mean, if I was editing stuff anyways, then whatever. That thing was just meant for that final thing. So yeah. So yeah, I was debating to myself how I wanted to end this LP, and I ended up making the decision to well, you obviously could tell what decision I made. I decided to make it this kind of ending. It I've been doing a lot of work to set all this up too. Like I it took a while to make this picture. I did this before I started recording a few hours ago, and then I actually started recording around a bit after 10, which is a bit earlier than I normally record, and now it's already past 1, so that shows how much work I've already done, and I have to edit this too, like the long way to edit because of how different I made things. Like I actually tried out something today that I normally I've never really done before, and I almost had trouble setting it up. I almost thought it wouldn't work, and I'm like, oh shit, I've already done all this work. I hope it would work. I'm able to do it, and I managed to get it to work, thankfully. That would I had to go over like pretty big hurdle when I was not expecting to, but I managed to do it. So nice. So got out of trouble like last episode too when I was doing that ending part. Like I was getting kind of emotional like when I was like, oh shit, there's nothing to do left. And then I went to the beach and I was prepared to do a little bit more talking for a few more minutes. And then right as I start doing that, a freaking snowplow starts coming through. There was a snowstorm last night and it took forever to leave. I was so upset and completely ruined the mood. I was so pissed, but I managed to get the episode done. Think if I didn't have to do the long wait to edit yesterday, so like I was still done with editing like at it was almost 4, so yeah. That happened. So anyways, now I want to talk about how I found this game in the first place. So as I mentioned before, in the past, I'm not don't know that much about Toho actually, which might seem weird that I would even play this game as an LP in the first place. The only like experience I had before finding out about this game, like Toho related, any game I played was like some Japanese Touhoumon game. Like it was a Fire Red ROM, like an old one. I don't still don't remember what that one it was. And World Link. So, however, I have a cousin that knows a bit more about Toho and likes Toho more than me, and he introduced this fighting game. I think it's like, I forget what it's called, like Hitso Senko something. And we played that a lot when I went to visit him. Actually, that game is the reason I like Reason so much. Tenchi was my favorite, but now Reason and Tenchi are tied for my favorite Toho characters. And I believe he was actually the one who introduced me to Purple. It's so I was like, oh, it's kind of similar to World Link, but it's like before I thought they were like all Japanese ones, and then like World Link was translated to English, but the translation was kind of because the I believe the creator actually made that translation, and they're more fluent in Japanese, I believe. That's why. But Purple was like a proper English game, and like it was more like the map wasn't all weird. There was like a interesting new type, different thing. I don't think Purple's the first Touhoumon game to be like that, but still, and it was more challenging and stuff. I realized like Purple's like probably like the game I want to play more casually. It'd be better to play in general. And then like right before like it was during like I was still LPing Rando Emerald. I went back to play Worlding again just to revisit it for nostalgia's sake. I'm like it's obviously not as good a game as Purple, but it like it has its charms. I still kind of like World Link. And then like at the time I was like it would probably be fun to LP a Touhoumon game after Rando Emerald. And then I was like or at some point I'm like but which one do I want to do though because I'm like it, and I think Purple will be like the better game to LP. It'd be easier. Then World League might be easier because it's I don't think it's as challenging, but it's also like really weird. So I think it might be a kind of funny LP experience. But then I was thinking to myself, you know, it'd be actually interesting to LP both at the same time and then compare the both together because obviously they're both in Hoenn, so there's like, similarities enough to like match up the episodes and then see how different they are when I go through them. Obviously, I couldn't keep that up forever. Purple was ended up being too hard, and then it ended up splitting off from World Link. And then World Link had that freaking oh the Hoenn Elite Four got teleported somewhere, or it's gone now. And then that Purple went ahead of World Link, and then I couldn't keep putting them together anymore. I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna happen anymore. And then I decided to finish Purple by itself, and now it's gonna be done after this is uploaded. So yeah, that's why I decided to LP both games at the same time and stuff. And why I decided LP this in particular. And yeah, is that everything you want to say? I don't remember. Sorry, I keep making all these cuts. By the way, I try to keep my train of thought like you know how I am with talking about things. I can't like talk about stuff for a long time and like not rem- be able to remember everything properly and stuff. Oh right, of course. I can't end things off without telling you how I thought about the game. Well, you know, it was purple and it was random. I'm not gonna keep doing that over and over again. It was not randomized, obviously. This was a ROM hack, though. And as I said before, surprisingly enough, Star Road is not gonna be my first ROM hack I finished. Purple is. It still seems really weird to me, even though I kind of did it on purpose by doing this all in the same week. It made things easier to do it this way though, so I can like because it would be really awkward to do these last episodes, especially like a week from each other. Doing them all at once like this helps me like remember what I need to do and stuff. So like that's why I wanted to do it like this. When World Against, it's probably gonna be similar. Well, I'm not. World League is gonna be weird. World League is a weird game, but yeah. So, anyways, yeah, this game was lots of fun. It was fun to play this alongside World Link. Like it's honestly really sad I'm not gonna be doing this like that anymore. World League will be by itself for probably quite a while. Mentioned before, I'm going to be playing other Touhoumon games after this, though. I had enough fun with this, I want to do it again with other games. But it won't be the same. The World League and Purple are the OGs in my eyes, so it'll still be really sad that those times of playing World League and Purple together will just be memories now. In video form, at least, I can watch whenever I want, and others can too. Funny thing is, these games actually helped me more become more interested in Toho. Like I even Luna Nights was one of the games that I decided to play because of these LPs. I even did LP of Luna Nights. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I'll probably be interested in more Toho games in the future, and I have World League and Purple to thank for that. So yeah. So yeah, Purple was a pretty hard game at times. I first of all, I realized the team I originally wanted would not work for a game like Purple. Also, I made the mistake and I realized I needed a water type. I needed something for Surf. I believe I wanted Sunny Milk in my team at first. And then I had to swap her out for Kasume, which originally I wanted in World Link. Then I brought her to Purple instead. Thankfully, Gogasa can learn Surf, so I don't need Kasume in World Link. I'm saying didn't need. I guess I'm done with World Link 2. I'm not. And then I had to swap out. I ended up swapping out Lily Black for Yumeko because I had two flying types. Oh, Lily Black was nice to have for dark coverage. I thought because dark is an interesting type in purple. It's not this really the same as in regular Pokemon, so I want a dark type. And I like wanted something that had another type. And I thought, oh, steel would be interesting to have, and Yumeko happened to be steel dark, and that's why that's the reason I included Yumeko. I never used her before. I also never used Minorico either. I ended up swapping Nazarene for her because I wanted a grass or earth type, and she was both. And I thought it'd be interesting because I'm using Shizuha in World Link, so I have both one Aki sister in each game. And then I wanted a Tate. I said, oh, I could swap out a Mistia for a Tate because I wanted to use her in World Link originally, but then I didn't have space for her because I wanted to actually use Kurumi. For some reason, when I first played World Link, I swapped out Kurumi for some reason, but I wanted to use her in World Link. So, but then I wanted to use Advent Reason because there's a certain game I want to play that I thought I can use Advent Reason in, but I can't. So I'm like, well, shit. So the only game I think of I can do that in is like anytime soon is in Purple. So I swapped out T Reason for her because I didn't realize I can get her as early as I could in Purple. And then I realized I should probably swap out Hatate because for something that isn't also a reason, so I have more balanced types. Because in purple, I definitely needed to have all those balanced types. And I wanted something really fast because Hatate didn't end up being as fast as I thought, so I ended up with swapping out New Way for her, which was a Miasma type, which is not a type I had before. And it's really nice I picked New Way because it turns out she can also learn Shadow Dive, which is something I really needed. So that ended up working out for me. So the way I set up my team in purple is not the way I normally go about it, and it seemed kind of awkward to me, but yeah, it was still a fun time regardless. I'm really glad I like made my team like better for like type coverage and stuff because I was able to get through things in purple like I did not imagine I'd be able to do. I did not expect to actually beat Steven. I did beat him, and I actually did pretty good against that other bonus fight. I obviously didn't win, but I did way better than I expected. So yeah, probably one of the more quote unquote professional like in-game teams I've ever made in a Pokemon game before, or a Pokemon-esque game. I mean, like compared to my World Link team, it's not. Well, I mean the type coverage is okay in World Link, but I don't have a flying type. I don't have a water type. It's such a weird team, but yeah. So yeah, I'm more of a casual player, but this was still a fun experience. It was a quite a different, unique experience for me. I'm glad I got to experience it, and yeah. Speaking of Atate, Atate, I'm so sorry. I forgot to add you to the image. I miscounted the images I had because I made only one for Chippy Nazareth, and I counted 14 things on the screen, and that matched up with the images I had, well, 15 including Maribel, and forgot that I only made one for Chibi Nazarene because they're exactly the same. They look exactly the same. So, oops, I'm so sorry, Atate. I'm like, I have just enough space, but I somehow managed to fit her in now. Even though I think I'm almost done talking about everything, I'm really sorry, Atate. I swear I didn't forget about you. I remembered just now to put you in the image. Well, better late than never, I guess. Anyways, I think I talked about everything I wanted to say, except for one thing. I obviously want to talk about what the next LP is going to be. Oh boy. As sad as I am that Purple's ending, I'm really excited for what this new LP is going to be. I've talked about it a lot, I think, in like at certain times in my LPs, and then in my discussion tab, I talked about there's a certain Steam game that I was testing out during this when I started Luna Nights. That was kind of having kind of trouble while working. Well, first of all, there was a certain game I wanted to play. Well, first Hat in Time was supposed to be my first Steam game. It didn't end up working. Then Luna Nights ended up being my first Steam game because I randomly decided to play it, and that ended up surprisingly being one. It was a very last minute decision. And then there was another game that was supposed to be my first Steam game LP, which ended up was going to be my second one because of Luna Nights, and then that one didn't work either. And then I'm like, oh shit, there's a lot of Steam games I probably can't play then. Well, obviously I can at least play Luna Nights. But then I decided to try out a bunch of other games. There was one in particular I decided to try out that I thought for sure wouldn't work, but I decided to test it anyways because it would be a really fun idea for an LP. And surprisingly, it ended up actually working. And I even like did a testing and put it into YouTube. It's unlisted though. I mean, it's privated. I mean, the quality is not that great though. I mentioned in my discussion tab it looks like a video made like 10 years ago. But I am so happy I am able to LP it at all. There's no way I'm not gonna do it. So that is gonna be the LP that replaces this one. I'm finally gonna start that one. So the reason why Purple in particular it's gonna replace Purple in particular is well, first of all, the there's two Touhoumon games I'm planning on doing. Those will replace World Link. The reason I'm not having one replace World Link and one replace Purple is because I want them to both start at the same time, like World Link and Purple did. And then Purple itself will have another one, which is the one I mentioned before, which will mean there will be 4 LPs, which I've mentioned a bunch of times. I'm wanting to do 4 LPs, and right now there's 3 because I want to make space for a 2 that replace World Link. So, anyways, the reason I wanted this to replace Purple is because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a long one too. It's an RPG. And it probably will be longer than Purple. That's how long that game is, I think. It'll probably be longer or around the same length. Depends on what I end up doing if I want to be really thorough with it like it was for Purple. That being said, though, it is a very different game from the LPs I've played in the past. Like, you think, like, SpongeBob was a weird idea. Oh, that's nothing compared to this idea. But, might seem even, like, awkward to have the game like this and mixed with my other LPs, but I really like this game series. So, as soon as I found out I could do it, I'm like, I'm doing this. Like, I did not even think about it at all. This is happening. So, while it's an RPG, it's very different from all the games I played, including Purple. However, it is a very Purple game, though. That's for sure. That's something that's similar between that and this one. Now, from all the things I've said, if you're any aware at all about my taste and stuff, about the games I like, you probably have a good idea what game I'm thinking of playing, and you probably think I'm absolutely insane for this idea. I'm like, CS-Masyet, are you serious? This is your new next LP? Are you out of your mind, man? Yeah, this is happening. This is gonna be a thing. Oh my god, I've gone over, like, this stuff so much, like what I was gonna say at the end of my Purple LP. It seems so weird, so surreal that I'm actually saying it out loud now, and I'm gonna be making a video with this stuff. Like, I obviously was prepared for this. I planned a week to get it done, but it still seems like, my god, this is actually happening. That's just how long of a game this was, although even my shorter LPs, it seems weird to end an LP. But yeah, I knew this day would come eventually, and today is the day. Damn. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. Been spending a bit more time talking and made a bit more parts than I expected. So I sure hope I said everything I wanted to say. This is a very special, important episode. So if I missed anything, I'm already very disappointed in myself. So yeah. So yeah, I lost my train of thought and had to make another part, of course. Anyways, this episode, not only is this gonna be the last episode I recorded of Purple, it's also gonna be the last episode of the year as well, probably. Knowing me, I might change my mind and decide to randomly upload something else before the year ends. There's still plenty of days left of the year, after all. I might even upload an episode of my new LP idea before the year ends, kind of like what I did with Banjo-Kazooie Randomized. That was supposed to be starting. The first episode was supposed to be the start of this year, but ended up being last year because I really wanted to do one before. Because I was really excited to start then, and I started earlier than expected. Maybe that might happen with my new LP too. I don't know. Don't count it though, because I've done a lot of work with this stuff. I am really happy to be to take a break. I ended up with one extra day actually. I thought this LP would end on Friday, which would have been funny because that means it would have ended on the same day of the week as Rando Emerald. But it didn't. Oh well. So yeah, I'm definitely not recording tomorrow though. I am very very tired. Not that it wasn't fun recording all this stuff, but it was still also a lot of work as well. I'm on vacation. I barely got to relax as I've been spending most of my time thinking, well, what to do for Purple and recording Purple and editing Purple. No boy. As much as I love Purple, I am okay with taking a vacation from Purple for, I guess it'll be forever. That's really sad to say, but yeah. So, till then, bye, I guess. Pretty sure that's all I wanted to say. As I said, I really hope I didn't forget anything. So, yeah, you're. Bye, Dogzer. And goodbye, Touhoumon Purple. Until I decide to record, like, bonus episodes for you. It'll probably be like similar to what I did with Blunder Bros. Like I said, like, oh, I'm going to record like a 3 heart run or whatever with like no mini bros or something, and that ended up being done like a year in advance. I mean, a year from the time I recorded it. It's probably something similar with Purple, because like I have other things I'm on an LP, so I'm not gonna. So if I do something for Purple, don't expect it anytime soon, if it happens at all. So yeah, yeah. Bye, your Touhoumon Purple. Let's actually say bye and not randomly think of something else to say that I forgot about. It just actually ended, Dogzer. After all, I've got a lot of editing to do, and it's almost 2 in the morning, so. Yeah, bye, you.